The following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude ever. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best. Holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I never forget it. We come a pretty long way. There's so much I can say. It's never really gone away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very surreal post John Cena WWE Raw we have tonight. My name is Chris Best. I'm alongside OMD. We are fresh off of one of the most emotional nights in pro wrestling history. I mean, I still can't believe that we are in this era of the WWE at this point.
You and me both. What a show we were treated to on Saturday. I guess if there's one thing to say for tonight, WWE, yourself and you and myself, in the immortal words of John Cena, let's go to work. As we are getting a flashback of the dominance that Gunther had in this match over John Cena.
Yeah, and the internet, the fans still crying about the way this match ended. The match ended the way it should have, because I've been saying this, you've been saying this, we've all been saying this. As wrestlers who are in the ring, we understand the tradition that when you retire, you lose your last match.
Yeah, but you were all for it. I wasn't so much. I think that John Cena could have gone out with the win, and it wasn't going to hurt Gunther.
Yeah, and what did I say on Saturday? John Cena is a traditionalist.
Oh, I know. But I would rather have seen John Cena get that win. You know, The Undertaker got a win in what was his last match, that Boneyard match at WrestleMania against AJ Styles.
He didn't know that was his last match, though.
Still, Sting got a win in his last match.
With the help of other people.
Yes, it was a tag team title match.
Mm-hmm.
So John Cena still could have picked up the win. This win didn't do anything for Gunther.
You don't know that yet. I'm going to challenge you on this.
I know, but I'm speaking my opinion.
I know.
This win didn't do anything for Gunther. And I don't think that it would have hurt for John Cena to go out as a winner.
And to be fair, when it comes to The Undertaker, his last in-ring match, he did lose. And Bobby Sad's coming in saying hello to us. Hello, Bobby. Glad to have you here as we are watching John Cena once again leave his shoes in the ring.
Yep. And his wristbands and elbow band. Now, I mean, we haven't seen or heard anything from John Cena since Saturday, other than that one Instagram post where he showed his shoes and gear being left in the ring.
I didn't see the Instagram post yet.
Yeah. I've seen it throughout my social media feeds. He left it there. I believe he posted it yesterday.
Gunther is making his way to the ring right now, and you just know he's got a big grin across his face for being the one that retired John Cena.
Yep. I was going to say, is he out here to garner more heat as a result, or is he going to actually say thank you?
Oh, he's got a smirk on his face. He's not going to say thank you to John. He's going to come out brash and cocky as he always has. The question I do have is, what is next for Gunther? Like, what do we see him doing? Who do we see
Well, that's
him stepping up to challenge him?
until I realized I was muted. That's exactly what I was just asking.
Yeah.
Do we see somebody come out and interrupt him? Do we see him announce a new target?
Does he announce his intentions for the Royal Rumble?
Right?
Because right now, we are on the road to the Royal Rumble right now.
We are.
And it's usually that first Raw after you see Bobby saying he could see Gunther going into the Rumble match, and I could see it too. And if he becomes one of my favorites to win, should he go there? One of my favorites. I always have a list of 5 wrestlers that I would pick to win. Sammy is already one of them.
Yeah.
The crowd just chanting, "You suck," to him.
Yep.
But he's back to wearing the coat, and as I said that, I realized he's not in his wrestling gear, so
he's not. Yeah. No, I hit the wrong mute. He's not in his wrestling gear. He wore the trench coat last week with this gear when he came out to cut the promo as well.
Yeah.
Gunther kept that very short, very sweet, but soaking in all of the boos and the jeers like they are music to his ears.
And he's going back to the ring for more.
Yes, he is.
For a second, the way he was moving, I thought he was going to run the ropes for a second. He's milking in all them jeers.
Yes, he is.
And you know what? Gunther's doing his job right.
Yep. I love it for him.
Mm-hmm. Because I've been told this and I've seen this in the ring and I've done it in the ring myself. When you can get the crowd eating out of the palm of your hand with just a few short words, you won.
Yep.
And all he had to say was, I made John Cena tap like a bitch.
Yep.
That's all he had to say. He's going back again. I love it. I love it, Gunther. Keep it up. Milk it for all it's worth, my man.
Okay, the fact that he's going back for more leads me to believe that there is somebody.
Oh, he's going on the table this time. People are flipping him off, everything like that. The crowd is just,
Yep.
I love it. I had a thought just now.
That's a scary, scary concept.
Well, we have to have thoughts with the show, but anyways, um, what if so Gunther's gotten rid of John Cena, so he kind of eliminated that thorn in his side a little bit.
Right.
Now he can turn his focus back to the world heavyweight title.
Yep.
What if after the January 5th show, whomever wins the championship that night challenge takes on Gunther at the Royal Rumble for the title?
I could absolutely see it. I didn't get to hear what Gunther just said though this time.
Neither did I, actually, because that thought just popped in my head, and I'm like, I kind of like that thought.
Well, and Gunther still has his rematch with CM Punk from SummerSlam.
And that's what I'm leaning towards, because after Punk had won and then lost the title to Seth, Gunther disappeared. We didn't see him back until the tournament, and I kind of get that, because I mean, Gunther has not had a lot of time to rest since he came to the WWE. Well, we're following Gunther all the way to the back here, though. Oh, I see. I think I saw one of the USOs. Oh, no, it's Tozawa and Otis. Okay, we're following Gunther all the way to his car, basically.
We are. Adam Pearce telling him, you come in and you walk all over a man's legacy.
And the last man is the man I said he would be going after next.
And I really, really hope not.
It's AJ Styles.
I know. I can see that. I do not want Gunther to be the legend retirer.
I've been saying it, though. And now we're going to the next man who's set to retire.
Yep.
And I forgot to mute my audio on my TV. So I apologize for that. But yeah, we are at the Giant Center. I forgot what city this is in.
You and me both. Looks like Hershey. I'm going to say Hershey, Pennsylvania. But that could also be Providence, Rhode Island.
The old Google machine will help us figure out where it is.
Because I'm pretty sure that's the Hershey Bears logo.
Hershey, Pennsylvania, yep. Home to the Hershey Bears of the AHL. I wish that we got more AHL coverage on our TV. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
And now we're watching a big boy, our tribal thief, coming into the building.
Yes.
Alongside the rest of the division by the looks of it. Or just Paul Heyman. Oh, no, everybody's coming in. Coming out through the same exit that we just saw Gunther go through.
Yep.
But we got a matchup that I'm totally looking forward to tonight in Stephanie McClure defending her Women's World Championship against Raquel Rodriguez. And the reason I'm looking forward to this is because I'm intrigued to see how Raquel does in a high stress situation like going after the Women's World title.
Yes. As well, we have Ivy Nile accompanied by the Creed brothers as she will be challenging Maxine Dupree for the Women's Intercontinental Championship tonight.
And here comes our world heavyweight champion, CM Punk. Now, we already know Braun Breakker's in the building.
Yes.
I can fully expect some kind of shenanigans is going to take place whenever we see either Punk or Braun Breakker show up in the ring.
Absolutely. As we are getting some revisionist history over the USOS' career as a tag team, as they have officially announced that they are reuniting and entering the tag division.
I don't really want that. I kind of just want them to be alliances that will tag team when they need to. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm with you there.
Like if Jimmy's having a problem with the Vision, we'll say, or something like that, and Jay steps in, or if Jay's having an issue with the Wyatt Six.
Yep.
You know? But if they are doing this whole entering the tag division thing, what if this kind of ends up, and I know you don't like brother versus brother feuds, but remember when Bret Hart and Owen Hart reunited to go after the tag titles?
Yep.
Bret Hart said in a promo that he was going to devote his entire career to being in the tag team division with Owen.
Yep.
That didn't go very far.
No, it didn't. And that's where I'm at with this match, because I don't think that promo from Jimmy sat too well with Jay last week. Mm-hmm. When Jimmy was talking about all of the L's they've suffered, both individually and collectively.
And I still can't help but think about the look on Jay's face when he lost a couple weeks ago in the John Cena tournament. That look of disdain, that look of disgust, that look of anger when he left the building after I think it was Jackie Redmond tried to get an interview with him.
So,
and on the flip side, though, because of the absence of John Cena, we need somebody for the children, and Jey Uso's been that guy lately at the same time.
he really has. I'm going to go with this. We know that the Usos have not had a good run as a tag team really this past year. They lost at WrestlePalooza. They lost at War Games. They had a couple other tag matches as well. Is the cohesion still there? We know they're twins. We know they're brothers. But is that tag team cohesion still there?
That's what we're going to have to see with this match with the New Day, because the New Day have had more tag team matches than the Usos have in the last 3 years, I would say.
Yep. And as we've watched, and I said this on the Locker Room Breakdown, it's a what's old is new again. This is not a match that would really be high up on our card. Because of the history that these two teams have facing each other. But it's also been quite some time since we've seen this match.
Yeah, and that's where I was going to go, because Parrish pointed that out last week, how long it's been since we've seen these four men go at it.
Yeah.
It's been about 3, maybe 4 years since we've last seen them in the ring against one another.
Yeah.
So it is that what's old is new thing. It's like if you go to Value Village and you buy a pair of jeans, sure, it's old to the person that donated them, but it's new to you.
Yep. So who do you have coming out and taking the win in this match?
This is a tough one, because I do feel like both teams could use a win. If you're really looking to juice up that tag team division, and because I'm tired of them complaining about losing all the time, I like the New Day, I'll tell you that right now. I would give the win to the New Day, I think.
Okay. So we are on the same page there. I think that potential lack of cohesion for the Usos, as well, I think that the story arc for them, I think you need the Usos to either eat the loss or get themselves to that tag team title match and then lose for one of them to truly snap. So I think this match would actually do that. So I'm taking the New Day as well, because they've got the cohesion. They've been together, although the heel run has fallen flat for me.
Here's the New Day make their way out dressed in what looks like almost like the Black Panther kind of gear for their tops there. Really diving into, even though the New Day are heels, they are still keeping that nerd look that they usually like to do.
Yep. Now, and I have to ask, does Grayson Waller have an effect on this match?
I think he does. I mean, like, this is basically a 3-on-2 situation. And if you look at Grayson Waller, and I mean, back then when the Usos were fighting the New Day, Big E, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, if they were at ringside, they were always an X factor in that match, in whichever match they were taking on the Usos in. But then when the Usos turned heel and still feuded with the New Day had Solo Sikoa in their corner for a while.
You mean the Usos?
Yeah, that's what I mean, the Usos.
So I am intrigued to see what this match does and how does it affect the tag division. Do the winners get a shot at Dragon Styles, or do they just sort of bump themselves up a little bit closer?
Well, knowing the New Day, they probably would whine and complain and ask for a tag title match. But if I'm AJ and Dragon Lee, I'd be going after, I'm going to say the Creed brothers, because I kind of want to see the Creed brothers get into this mix.
Yep. I would have suggested the Judgment Day, but given that I've read today that apparently JD has undergone surgery,
And right away, the athleticism of Kofi Kingston being put on display here. You know, for the age that Kofi's at right now, it surprises me that he still can go just like he could in 2009.
right? And I've never been a huge Kofi guy, but you know, it is a testament to the training, the regiment, the diet that the talent go through now as opposed to what they did in the 80s and even the 90s.
Yeah, they're not juicing each other up. I'm actually surprised. I thought this match was going to be a little later on the card. I kind of anticipated that this was going to be our main event of the night, but now I'm wondering what the main event will be.
I didn't think this was going to be the main event because you've got so many different main event caliber matches, whether it's Raquel and Stephanie, whether it's Maxine and Ivy, whether it's Ray and Logan.
It might be Ray and Logan, now that I think about it.
So you've got 4 matches that are listed that could all be potential main events. Plus, we know that CM Punk is in the building, and since we had Gunther open the show, do we have Punk close the show to address Braun Breakker?
That's where I was leaning. I was thinking towards with Logan and Ray being the possible main eventer, because you can close off with Punk and Braun brawling, and maybe because Bronson Reed will get involved, maybe that's where LA Knight shows up again.
Is LA Knight going to be there after what we saw last week, where he was tsunamied through the roof of a car?
And that's why I think we could see that, because LA Knight, I could see him coming limping out and like being like, "F you, I'm going to fight you regardless of how hurt I am."
Oh, see, and I could see them saying, "No, you're not medically cleared. You need to stay home." Maybe have him off TV until the January 5th episode of Raw. Do we see the Man in Black tonight?
Possibly.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I am not talking about Johnny Cash.
I'm always talking about Johnny Cash, so yeah. Johnny Cash is my man. I love that guy. But you know what I love? I'm really liking this tag team match, and it is a little bit of a throwback. What I'm liking, though, is I'm already seeing that they are doing different things than we would have normally have seen them do.
Yeah.
in the tag team division. I think the last time these guys were in the ring, and maybe you can correct me on this, was the tag team title Hell in a Cell from a few years back.
I want to say, I think you're right, but I don't know. Let's go to the Google machine. Yep, September 22nd, 2024. Oh, no, that was the upload date. Sorry.
Yeah. Because if they... excuse me.
November 11th, 2022. The Usos had both sets of titles, according to CageMatch.
Yeah, it was an episode of SmackDown.
Grayson Waller shouting at Big Jim. And Xavier Woods comes off the apron to take out Jey Uso, who was coming around to get in Grayson's face. Now, if Grayson's shenanigans get to be too much, and of course the ref tosses him out, or if it gets to be too much, do the new Usos have somebody to come and potentially offer some support and back them?
The only person I can think of is a guy I don't think we'll be seeing tonight, and that's Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Or Cody Rhodes, because Jay and Cody have been known to be friends.
Yes, they have.
Same with Jimmy and Cody, actually.
Yep. Could we see the potential return of Jacob Fatu?
I wouldn't be too opposed to that.
And that core strength there from Jay as Kofi went, or from Big Jim, as Kofi went for the baseball slide, and Big Jim pulled himself up.
Yeah, Kofi got tagged out on that one.
Yes, he did.
Legitimately and physically.
Yes. And Jay back into the ring now, going hard at Xavier Woods.
See, that's the beauty I find with these two teams. It's been about 3 years since they had a match against one another. It feels like that. It just feels like that none of these men have lost their step in wrestling each other.
Right? The cohesion, the chemistry that these four men have.
But you know what? Since they are rolling to commercial break here during this matchup, we're going to take ourselves a quick little commercial break as well.
Yes, we are. And I will be right back myself.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
For help, all you've got to do is just head on over to turnbucklestudios.org, hit that join button, and fill out the application there. We will see it through our emails. But if you don't feel like typing all them little letters, that QR code in the upper corner there, just scan that and it'll take you directly to the application. Once again, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be. Bobby Stats, thank you so much for that. Like, we love having you on the show. Just like right now, Kofi's got a hammer locked in on Jimmy or on Jay right now. Looking to wear him down here. Okay, Jimmy is up on the apron. I was going to say, I don't think Jimmy's up on the apron, but there he is.
And I have returned as well.
Well, right now we are seeing the cohesion of the New Day coming into play here. I think I've asked this before, but Xavier Woods is looking like extra muscular. I gotta wonder if he's been hitting the gym a little harder lately.
Oh, he's looking shredded, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, because one of the things, right, that you're told in the wrestling business, if you're going babyface, if you're going babyface or going heel, change up your look a little bit.
Yep.
And that's something that Xavier has done.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, two of the men in this match are both former Intercontinental champions, both former world champions, and two guys have never won singles gold
In the WWE, because Xavier Woods has won singles gold in TNA.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, I know he was a tag team champion. I believe he also won the X Division title.
Yeah. But Grayson Waller has just been tossed out of the match.
Yes, he has.
I sort of missed what he was trying to do. Because whatever he was trying to do has failed because both Usos are still standing.
Yeah, well, he had tripped one of them. And that was, I think, something that the ref saw. And now the Usos are throwing an Uso kick party.
I was going to say, showing the Young Bucks how it's done.
Yeah. And the double Uso splash. And Woods somehow kicks out. Wow.
I mean, you got to think with the feud that these gentlemen have had, how many times has Xavier Woods taken the Uso splash? But now it seems like the Usos think that they have the upper hand. And I'm saying think because I
Yep.
get a feeling that Kofi and Xavier have something else up their sleeve. See, you see Kofi coming up behind as they were looking to execute the 1D.
Yep. And Xavier trying the schoolboy there, but it didn't work. Jimmy fell off the apron, and a good course correction there by Xavier to come out through the ropes and hit the tornado DDT on the floor. And a vicious frog splash from Kofi to Jimmy's back. Oh, is it time for daybreak?
Oh, is that what they're calling that?
I thought they had that.
Oh, jeez. That Trouble in Paradise looked a little harder than it usually does. Because it connected with the back of Jay's head.
All four of these men giving it their all. This, even though it is the opening match of the night, has the potential to be the match of the night.
Mm-hmm. And Jay hitting that spear, taking Xavier out of the equation right now.
Yep.
Kofi looking for another Trouble in Paradise, but Jimmy hitting a spear of his own. And there's the 1D. That's got to be it for the New Day. One. Yep, that's it.
And I just got the finish. So the Usos pulled it out. I'm not upset by it.
No, because I think you can go with another match with these guys. I think you can. I don't know how you can get there. Maybe have Kofi and Xavier whine that they lost to the Usos.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of relief on both of the Usos' faces, but Jay's still not looking too happy about being in the tag division.
In January 5th, World Heavyweight Championship match. Punk against Braun. And
Yes.
I keep flipping back and forth on this one. Last week I was with Braun taking the title. However, with
Right.
my Gunther theory, I think Punk takes it. If that's where we're going to go.
Right. As well, now we are getting the team of Rio versus the Kabuki Warriors for the Women's Tag Team Championship on January 5th.
Very heated words from Asuka there. And I like that we got an explanation for why the Kabuki Warriors did what they did to Io.
Yeah. Now, do you think that this should be a one-on-one match, but given the state of the women's tag division with so many other teams involved, or should it maybe be a ladder match with 6 teams?
I would have this one as your 2-on-2 because you kind of need to settle. Well, actually, you're not even going to settle the differences between these two teams. As right now, our double champion, our double El Campeon, Dominic, is on the screen. The thing is, with this match on January 5th, I don't want shenanigans. I don't want the other teams getting involved. If they do get involved, it has to be after the match because I kind of want to see a straightforward winner out of these 4 women. Bobby Stats is saying he'd like to see a clean match as well. And I agree with you, Bobby. But here's the other thing I wouldn't mind. A tag team gauntlet match to determine the next number 1 contender. I was going to say a tag team tournament, but we just went through a tournament with the last time is now with John Cena. So a tag team gauntlet would be, I think you could go with that. And I don't think I would do it on the January 5th show. I think I would do it on the January 12th show, the week after.
I'm with you 100%.
And I'm basing that on how gauntlet matches are booked in WWE nowadays because gauntlet matches seem to take up the majority of the shows now. And that would be another great way. You could even do it the week before the January 5th show.
See, I would have gone with the bigger match for January 5th, and you could have saved that 2-on-2 match for Saturday night's main event at the end of July or at the end of January.
I mean, who's to say that we're still not going to get that?
Right?
But here's the thing, too, with that gauntlet match, I would also feature NXT women's tag teams in it, too. Because with the victory that Sol Ruka got over Bailey, I get a feeling Sol Ruka and Zarya could be like, hey, we beat one of your tag team contenders. We'd like a shot at the tag titles.
Yep. You could also add in a Ren Sinclair and a
my brain is not braining too, but I know who you're talking about. The winner of the Women's Iron Survivor.
Kendall Gray.
Yeah, there we go. I would even go as far as adding members of Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Influence,
Influence. See, Fatal Influence, Fatal Attraction. It's interchangeable to me because they're both the same gimmick.
Yep.
It's like No Way Jose and Adam Rose.
Yep.
No Way Jose. Although I did like No Way Jose just a tad better than Adam Rose.
Yeah.
Just a tad because I did like Adam Rose.
See, I liked Adam Rose better as Leo Kruger.
See, and that's where I became a fan of his. How about the TNA Knockouts tag team in that potential match too?
Yeah.
You could even bring in women's tag teams from AAA because they've got a few of them down there.
Yeah. I think we're overbooking the match and making it take up an entire show.
Well, no, I mean, you could do 6 women. So, like, you take 3 women from WWE, and that would also include NXT, or 3 women teams, and then 3 teams from outside the WWE. So that could be AAA, TNA, even if you feel like it, bring in somebody from Stardom. Or not Stardom, Marigold.
Right. I'm just thinking that if it's a women's tag team gauntlet, you've already got 6 teams on the main roster,
Mm-hmm.
not counting your women's tag team champions.
Or, and this is really pushing it, a gauntlet tournament. You have 2 gauntlet matches. The winner of each gauntlet then meet in a finals, and then the winner gets the tag title match.
I'd be down for that.
That's a different way of doing the tournament as we're watching the beatdown on LA Knight
Yep.
from last week. Now, one thing I want to say is notice it was Logan Paul directing all the traffic.
Yep.
What if we're leading to when LA Knight comes back, an LA Knight Logan Paul feud again?
I would be okay with that. These two have seemingly been at odds for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
So Braun Breaker wanting to take out CM Punk tonight. Paul Heyman saying, no, you are 3 weeks, 21 days away from January 5th and the opportunity to win the World Heavyweight Championship. If you take him out now, he's not going to compete.
Paul Heyman's right.
He is.
Don't go after Punk tonight.
No.
You take out Punk, you take away your chance at the title. Simple as that.
Yes, you weaken Punk, but you also, he could not be there, or you could just royally tick him off. And then you've got absolutely no chance against an irate CM Punk.
Yeah, because we've seen Punk both cocky and pissed off.
Yes.
He can be a savage either way.
Absolutely he can.
But right now, Io Sky's making her way to the ring.
Yes.
Which means Rhea can't be too far behind. There
No.
she is. Rhea has one of my favorite women's entrances. I will flat out say that right now.
Absolutely.
That whole stomp and the zoom and the pyro, love it. Really, Netflix? Okay, there we go. I got a buffer on my Netflix. But again, I'm very curious as to what. Oh, geez.
Wow.
Oscar just popped in out of the crowd. Oh, and so did Kyrie. Kyrie popped in out of the crowd
Yes.
too. But they just both attacked both Rhea and Io very savagely.
Doing a little more to Io to try and take her out.
Yeah, but currently, Rhea's eyesight's a bit compromised.
Yep.
This is what I've been wanting to see out of the Kabuki Warriors right now. And here come the women, or the referees, I meant. I said the women because I saw Jessica Carr right away.
Yep.
Oh, Jessica taking a bit of a hit there.
As
But
Oscar
Kyrie looking to hit.
Stretching Rhea.
Oh, and Io sacrificing herself for the insane elbow.
Yep.
We were just talking about how you don't want to take out the champion, but as the champion, you might want to take out the contender.
You might. At the same time, is this just going to wake up and tick off Rhea Ripley and Io Sky leading into that women's tag match on January 5th?
Well, 100% it is. And again, we talked about how you don't want to fight a ticked off Punk. Rhea's even scarier than Punk.
Yes.
Io too. Io can get fired up when she's not a happy woman.
Oh yeah.
But you know one way you can make your woman happy? By doing a little bit of shopping at Redbubble. Take a look.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. carlcarafel.redbubble.com. Wear what we wear, support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters. And remember, all of those proceeds come back into our studios to give you a better viewing experience. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. I was not expecting to get a coughing fit in the midst of trying to do an ad read.
It happens. We got Pete saying Rhea injured again. Damn. I don't think she's necessarily injured.
Who's that?
Rhea.
Oh, yeah. And we got a run in from Chris Parrish. How are we doing, my friend?
Not too bad. How are you guys doing?
We are doing well, thank you.
Doing pretty good. Just witnessed Rhea and Io getting beat down by the Kabuki Warriors.
I saw that.
As they have a tag team title match on January 5th.
Hi, Bobby.
And Pete coming in, saying they gave her a towel to cover up something. Well, yeah, it's because she got misted, Pete.
Yeah, she got sprayed in the eyes by Oscar.
Yes. And we have Ivy Nile making her way to the ring. Great to see Ivy Nile back on our screen. Great to see the American-made Tron back as well, as we get ready for the Women's Intercontinental Championship match.
So who do you guys have in this match?
I think Maxine's going to retain.
I do too. And I hope so. I want Maxine to have a solid 3 to 4 month run as the champion.
What I will say is if we are in the new era that is no longer sports entertainment and more pro wrestling esque, I don't think Maxine fits the bill as someone who should be deemed a champion of the Intercontinental title standard.
See, for me, Maxine is the most improved women's wrestler since Liv Morgan.
Debatable, but you're entitled to your opinion.
So, and I mean, we didn't see the Creed brothers come out with her, although we saw them accompany Ivy Nile into the building.
And Bobby Stats is saying that the last time Ivy Nile challenged for the Intercontinental Champion was back when Lyra had the title.
Yes. And let's not forget the history between Maxine and Ivy, as they were tag team partners during the evolution of the Alpha Academy into American Made.
Knoxville. I prefer Memphis. As we have Roberto Luongo's little brother as a referee for tonight's match.
I've always thought that this referee actually looks like the butler from Mr. Deeds.
Ivy starting off using her speed, going to that schoolgirl roll up. And now a hard double leg takedown.
I think this is exactly what Ivy Nile has to do. She has to be tenacious. She has to be relentless. Because if there's one thing she knows she can do, and that is beat up Maxine, and she can use her power, she can use her strength.
Yep. But Maxine doing what Master Gable taught her, trying to go to that ankle lock right off the bat.
Or has Natty been teaching her that? Because in the last few weeks, that's what we've been seeing out of Natty and Maxine, is we've
Right.
seen basically Natty showing Maxine how to do this, how to be a little bit more savage in the ring.
We have, but we really started seeing Maxine use the ankle lock before those vignettes started showing up.
Yeah, like she's been using the move before, but I do agree with Best in the sense that we've been seeing just the ferociousness and like the more desperation to get it on and the aggressiveness to like really use more torque in it. As Bobby's coming and said, you guys think Zoe Stark will go after the Intercontinental Championship? If she is to return to Raw, yes, but I mean, as we saw with Ilya Dragunov, who was Raw before he got hurt, she very well could return to SmackDown.
She very well could.
I wouldn't say yes on that because you got the women's U.S. title over there.
And we got John Ross coming in saying, "Hi, Turnbuckle. Today is my birthday." He's turning 36. Well, a happy birthday to you, John. Glad you're here and enjoying Raw with us here tonight.
Yes, thank you for coming in. We greatly appreciate it. Please keep interacting. And we hope you enjoy the show. We hope you're enjoying what you're seeing.
Happy birthday. And for anybody who's new in the chat room, if you want to help support Turnbuckle Studios, make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification button if you're on the YouTube side of things. If you're under anything that has subscriptions and you would like to do that, that would be amazing because any of that and all of that does help the channel very much. Speaking of following, we are 8 followers over on Twitch, away from our goal of 220. So if you are happen to be on Twitch and you haven't been following, well, you can be 213 and we can help reach that goal.
And if you want to continue follow, and here's what you'll get when you follow us.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the SmackDown security detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
If you have ever wanted your break in podcasting, content creation, a potential collaboration, or just to help us out behind the scenes, TurnbuckleStudios.org is the place to be for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Meet the team: Chris Parrish, Chris Best, Bubba Duke, Carl Carafel, and myself. Get our socials. Watch our latest weekly live episodic shows under the host section. Go to the shop section to go over to carlcarafel.redbubble.com. Support your favorite shows, support your favorite podcasters, and ladies and gentlemen, hit the join button, send us your credentials, tell us how you feel you can help us, how we can help you, and we can sit down as a collective and figure out the best fit. TurnbuckleStudios.org for all your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs.
And we got both women trading blows in the middle of that ring right now.
Yes, we do.
WWE on their socials earlier today unveiled the new side plates for Maxine on her Intercontinental Championship, and all I have to say is she's been champion for 28 days. Why the heck did she just get side plates now?
They probably had to sit down and figure out a good design for them. And
that's not true. It's just her
name. We got that knee to the side of the head, and I was expecting an axe kick. Maxine firing up here, and nice snap suplex there.
Perfect
the
flex
Northern Lights break.
Or a fisherman suplex.
OMD forgot the name. Give him a break. Did what he could.
But I love how both women are just taking it to the fight, taking the fight to one another.
I think Niall's doing a little bit too much showboating, though. Not something she's known to do. As we see, that's coming back to honor.
I was just going to say, I think Ivy Niall's kind of undermining what Maxine can do now.
Is it more undermining, or is she just getting too cocky? Because that's something that we do see a lot of superstars who have yet to get to that level and think that maybe they are better, but they just get a little too cocky and too much of themselves.
That's an interesting variation of the Dragon Sleeper. That's
yeah.
Yeah, she had it inside the tree of woe position, which was very innovative, very effective.
Maxine using her reach, her length to throw Ivy Niall there off the top rope, and the straps come down.
Or did the straps go up because she was upside down when she did it? Oh, she is not letting go.
She is not. And Maxine continuing on with that ankle lock, and there it is. She's grapebinder.
And that's going to do it for Ivy.
Yes, Maxine retains.
So you can see that design on the side plates. Nothing special.
No, it just looks like the same font she uses on her Titantron.
Yep.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I have to ask: 4 weeks? Come on, kids. Come on.
Well, you and I, Parrish, were talking about the side plates off stream one week, and I said, like, usually they know like a couple weeks before who they're booking to take the title. You would think that they would start making the side plates at that point.
or at least have them done before the 4-week point of their reign.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, if they didn't, and it's like, okay, she surprised everybody. She won the title. Okay, cool. Order side plates. They should be there within a few days. It's WWE, for Christ's sake. This ain't like Amazon right now. Christmas orders, yeah, I'm calling you guys out.
Or trying to order off Amazon during the pandemic too, because that was a nightmare and a half.
Oh yeah, nobody's working there.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I did lots of ordering off of Amazon during the pandemic and didn't have an issue.
Oh, see, my issues with them was like, oh, it's going to arrive on this date. Nope, and now it's going to arrive on this date. Nope, now it's going to arrive on this date.
Maybe they just don't want to listen to you complain about it.
I only had one item that did that. And then when I asked for a refund 60 days into my 90 days, they sent me the refund and my package arrived the next day.
Scammer.
So next week, Javon Evans versus Ryle of Los Americanos.
Or I was actually part of Dos Americanos. The tag team.
Coming up next, CM Punk.
Not on my screen. Byron Saxton is up next.
Yes.
Interviewing Otis and Tozawa. This is what, the third time we've seen these two tonight.
Yep. Wow, some pointed words there from Otis, calling out Gunther, saying, if you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to shut it for you.
I still would love to see Otis and the War Raiders as a trio.
I'm not sure why, but that promo from Otis gave me Hacksaw Jim Duggan vibes.
Yeah.
It's probably because I'm thinking like of his gimmick coming in when he was a part of Heavy Machinery with Tucker. It was a bit of a blue collar gimmick, which was what Hacksaw was.
Yep. CM Punk with absolutely no celebration. He is just walking to the ring with a purpose.
And asking for the mic and throwing the thing at Joe Tessitore.
Yes.
It's very Undertaker-esque of him. Interesting to note that he didn't mention Logan Paul in War Games. And CM Punk just gave Braun Breakker a little teaching lesson that, oh, congratulations, you had a couple good promos, but he still writes the book on cutting promos. Braun Breakker wants to bring AJ Lee involved. Well, the Steiner brothers are now involved because of CM Punk.
Love how Punk is just throwing more fire or throwing more wood into the fire to heat this feud up here.
Feels like a 2011 CM Punk, doesn't it?
CM Punk spitting some barbs there at Braun Breakker.
That's exactly what you want out of your champion. You want that fire. You want that heart. You want that passion.
Mm-hmm.
But who's playing the video game? That's all.
I was trying to figure out who was JD wrestling in that video game. It was like some weird mishmash of Hulk Hogan.
Looked like Big John Studd to me. But we don't need to know who this is. This is the Women's World Champion Stephanie Becker coming out for her title defense against Raquel Rodriguez. It is title match time, boys. Who do we have walking out with the Women's World Champion?
Stephanie Becker.
I think Stephanie's going to retain here, but I do think that we're going to get Raquel Rodriguez in a very competitive form in this match tonight.
That we are, but the question is does Nikki Bella get involved given how Raquel took the title match last week?
Yeah, it's very intriguing because we did see before Liv Morgan getting hurt, we saw that interaction with Nikki Bella, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And there was talks that we were going to get Raquel and Liv versus the Bellas.
Yep.
Could this be a way to bring back Nikki, have her fight once again on the side of Stephanie, have her sister Brie come in, and you have the three women of Judgment Day against Stephanie, Karen, and the Bellas?
You just pulled the heel turn with Nikki. Do you want to turn her back babyface now, right away?
Do you think people cared about heel Nikki to begin with?
No, I didn't care about Nikki, period.
There you go.
Yeah. At the very least, you could have Nikki say, "Hey, I pulled my shot, but you beat me. You're the better woman, and because of that, you earned my respect. And I'd rather fight with you than fight against the Judgment, or than fight with the Judgment Day."
Yeah.
Yeah, but last week we heard Nikki say the exact opposite. We heard her say that we're far from done. I am going to get my rematch.
And she never said how she wanted to get it, though.
So
Very well could be a Nikki Bella situation saying, "Look, I'll scratch your back, but you got to scratch mine later, and I help you fight off the Judgment Day. I want my rematch for that title." We've seen it happen before.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I'm not saying it's ideal. I'm just making a case. I'm also not saying it's what I'd like to see, because I think I've proven multiple times the last thing I want to see is anything Bella related. But this is what we have right now. Now, I do have to ask, with this as kind of the dawning of the new era of WWE, does that give a reason to see, as we saw Javon Evans already, some maybe potential immediate call-ups from NXT? And the one person that I think could make a lot of sense right now, given how it doesn't seem to be a lot of world championship contenders on the women's side, other than the Judgment Day, what about a Jordynne Grace? Because I don't know if she truly needs a championship at this point, and she's kind of in a dead space right now in NXT.
Jordynne Grace's NXT run has really, for me, fallen flat. I would be okay with it, but they really need to, again, make her that juggernaut, make her that unstoppable force.
And OMD, for you, everything has fallen flat for you lately. um, that's neither here nor there. I am gonna say, yeah, I'd love to see Jordynne Grace come to the main roster, because we've seen women who have lost consistently on NXT come up to the main roster and then be incredibly successful at it. But a Jordynne Grace move wouldn't be such a bad idea. I mean, I feel like right now what Jordynne Grace is actually doing in NXT is just helping some of the newer talent coming in.
Now, you'll have to excuse me, but have we seen anything Lyra or Bailey yet tonight?
No.
Okay. Now, if I was to go against the call-up thing, could two people be Lyra and Bailey helping out Stephanie?
100% they could.
Yeah, I'd be all right with. I'd be all right by that.
because then that could really break off to a world title match and then under a tag feud. That could have tag title implications.
Raquel right off the bat using her size and power to take some control, but Steph using her fire.
Yeah, well, Raquel just kind of put that fire out with that shoulder block.
She did.
Now, I know Raquel has said like she wants to do this on her own, but do we see some kind of interference regardless from the Judgment Day?
I think so.
It's the Judgment Day.
I think you're absolutely going to see it. And I think that if we do see it, I think that is how Raquel would come out of here with the win.
I like how Stephanie's working that. This is basically a David versus Goliath style match, and you got Stephanie just throwing everything she can to make sure she tries to keep Raquel Rodriguez at bay. And right now, that is not the case.
Like, I think we can all agree that one of your biggest baby faces on the women's roster is Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
We all know she's one of the larger women on the show, and she happens to be the baby face. So I'm not saying we kind of do Rhea against Raquel again, but you do have to have the equal villains of similar stature, or else there's not a lot of room for Rhea Ripley to go, because that just shows the importance of Raquel Rodriguez, who is a bigger lady, the importance of Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Charlotte Flair, some of the larger and taller women. And that's why I think they're very high on the Soul Rukas, obviously among her athleticism, but the size helps stand these ladies out, because as we do see, Stephanie McCure, not the tallest person on the card. Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, not the tallest, as well as Alexa Bliss. We have some shorter women.
Yes.
So the protection of the taller women to feel more of the powerhouses needs to be established.
Yes.
And that's where I feel like Jordan Grace, because she's also she's a shorter woman, but she's big when it comes to her muscle build. So she could definitely benefit from being on the main roster and, you know, taking on somebody like a Roxanne Perez and showcasing her dominance to that roster.
Well, I mean, she has a way to be similar in terms of an impact like a Lesnar in a way. Lesnar wasn't the world's tallest guy either. I think he was, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yep.
Maybe 6'4". So he doesn't look very tall when he's going up against the Big Show, or he looks pretty much equal height against guys like Randy Orton. But it is his frame, just like Jordan Grace has her frame.
Yeah.
Have those statures that allow them to be very in between, but believable in between. And then it's the attributes that allow them to be special. With Lesnar, it was his dynamic structure. He was so explosive in every single way, whether it's speed, power, anything. Jordan Grace has something very similar. She's not quite as quick, but she's very innovative and very powerful and very poised for her stature as well.
Exactly.
dragon screw performed by Stephanie McGarrett is definitely a way to equalize the size.
Yep.
Raquel be a little bit more grounded.
Every time, man, because that snap that she does, and it's beautiful to see, but it looks like it could definitely put some strain on your knees for sure.
Yeah, depending on that snap, depending on that twist, you don't know the severity that could come between. It could be just whiplash, could be a tear, it could be just a muscle going numb.
Yeah.
We don't know. That's kind of the uncertainty of a dragon screw. So when it's done to perfection, it could be very devastating. And the one that I very much like about the Devil's Kiss is it's not a move where the referee needs to count to 5 or anything like that. We see like Tajiri with the tarantula, it's in the rope, so there's that 5 count.
Yeah.
Even when you go up on the top rope and deliver the 10 punches, that's in the rope. There's a 5 count. A chokehold, 5 count. This is something that's legal. There's no choke related. And because of that, the standard 10 could take as long. And it doesn't even have to be 10. It could be 20.
Yeah.
Just like Sheamus's 10 beats, right?
Yep.
Still has a count to it because it's in the rope. So very innovative move that can be done without limitation.
Oh, the podium went flying with the title.
And
Stephanie went flying because of Nikki.
and so did Raquel.
Yes.
The way Nikki Bella is dressed is giving me almost Page Meet Lita vibes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And I then came with an idea of we have seen and we've been hearing with what happened at Saturday night's main event that the end of sports entertainment's there and pro wrestling is coming back. But what if Nikki Bella brings back the divas from her era to take over the women of today's?
Okay.
So Nikki Bella comes back with Alicia Fox, Kelly.
Alicia Fox is currently in TNA, but somebody by the name of Saraya is a free agent. That is from her time.
Yeah.
We know Natty is from that time. Paul Heyman's chest scarf kind of looks like a snake that could rise up. Happen to see the Riyadh in the back. I think how apropos. As we now have Rhea versus Asuka official. But when? Did you guys catch it?
I did catch that. I was trying to hear what Ray and Punk were saying to each other.
No, I asked you to catch when. Did they say
Next
when?
week.
Next week.
Thank you. I did not hear that.
What else was announced for next week? There was another one too.
They'll probably run it down again later in the show.
Yeah. But something tells me as I just caught a look of Otis on my screen that Otis and Gunther are probably going to have their match next week.
Yep.
If not, maybe the January 5th show.
Maybe even the 29th. It wouldn't be a bad idea to end the year off with Gunther and Otis.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As we are looking at the tribute video once again to John Cena.
Now, we saw over the years how many different colors of shirts John Cena had.
Yes.
Here's a fun question for you. If you were to pick your favorite base color of a John Cena shirt, what was your favorite?
The 2005 black Chain Gang shirt.
I've got to go. I don't know if Carl still has the shirt, but the 3/4 sleeve, old school WWE logo with word life.
I have that one too somewhere.
Or the original black NES, the NES cover was one of my favorites too.
Okay.
Well, I did ask base color, but I do like the fact
Mhm.
that you guys went above and gave a specific shirt, because I'll answer that. I really like the Pabst Blue Ribbon knockoff and spin-off. That was great. That got banned once in a while. Also, shout out to the Super Mario one that was very limited at the time.
Yes.
Mhm.
There was the Super Mario. There was the Mega Man one that he did as well.
But I have always liked when he came out with white shirts, because they were very rare.
Yeah.
But when they did, they almost had the designs on them were so powerful.
Yeah.
Because obviously with the white shirt, it's very bland, so everything went into everything else, the complementary colors.
I do have to say, I'm going to go with actually probably his red shirts as my base color.
I would say those are his most iconic ones. That or green. But right now, we do have the World Tag Team Champions in AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, as they were victorious on Saturday against Javon Evans and TNA X Division Champion Leon Slater. We've seen them in the ring against the New Day and the War Raiders. Could we see them find new opponents for next week, week after, or even January 5th? quick to the point, but very specific promo from Nikki. Gave her sass, gave her reason why.
Yeah.
I did not dislike it in any way.
I missed the first part of that promo, OMD. Did they happen to mention the confrontation between AJ and Gunther earlier?
No. No, they basically said we'll defend the tag team titles against anybody, anytime, any place. Let's go talk to Pierce.
So Bailey versus Roxanne, Javon versus Rayo are official for next week on Raw, as well as Rhea Ripley and Asuka. So, as we said moments earlier, that they would shine out who they had.
It was the Javon match that I forgot.
Yep.
But dig the graphics for the different and creative.
Was right now we're getting Liv Morgan's portion of the WrestleMania commercial for the women's side of things.
Yep.
Yeah, and earlier today, WWE on the socials gave out Brock Lesnar's version, which I kind of dig myself.
And we've got RBV coming in and saying, good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to the hashtag WWE Attitude Era. Wow, a lot of commercials tonight. It does feel like there's been a bunch of commercials tonight.
And he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I was just pushing the right buttons to get a little crazy out of Bailey.
Okay, so Lyra's going to be a bit of a puppet master for Bailey's attitude.
Yeah.
See, I told you. What if Lyra goes a little bit more Bailey than Bailey does?
Right?
I like that. I'm kind of liking how Ray's going a little throwback on his gear. A little back to some old school design mixed with his current look. I don't hate it. And the mask isn't the full mask. It definitely has the strings behind it. And then also, just to add the coup de grace, grew out his 2004 facial hair.
Right?
It's funny, people, because it's not gray, because he's very elderly. Respect. Still a goat. Man, they still use a Batman Forever font.
Yep. But as WWE is headed into commercial break, I think it's time we take ourselves another commercial break.
And I will be right back again as well.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
So if you don't want to get a lump of coal for Christmas, or maybe a dump of coal since OMD is in the locker room visit area, head to carlcarafel.redbubble.com and pick yourself up some great holiday gifts. Whether it's shirts, whether it's phone cases, whether it's whatever you like, you just slap our logo on it and you say Merry Christmas to your loved ones. And if you really want to have some fun, order a locker room visit t-shirt and you give it to your number 2 best friend. Why? Because it's funny and it's a poo joke. But nonetheless, what isn't a poo joke is carlcarafel.redbubble.com, the official mobile website for all Turnbuckle Studio merchandise needs.
Nice.
I
like how yeah, I kind of like how tonight all three of us had to do at least one ad read.
Hey!
Hi, I'm back. Again.
Did you watch?
Are you
I
better
did.
than ever?
I am better than ever.
Do you have a knack for making things better?
Always. Always.
Do you know how to spell knack?
Knack.
Bobby, are you still in chat? We need you to fact check that for us.
He's actually correct.
I know he is.
Because
So
I
no,
had
no,
that
we
exchange with
saw-
you, OMD, I've got Eric Bischoff's theme in my head now.
You kind of brought it in.
I know.
Really on you. What? Seeing how we're talking about our number 2 friends, Logan Paul is now in the ring.
So this is 2 weeks in a row that Logan Paul has main evented Raw.
He's trying to be that workhorse. Also, I have to say, I'm not sure what shines more right now. His chest based off the baby oil he probably put on, or the gear that he's wearing.
Or Ray's gear, for that matter. Ray's gear is pretty
Yeah.
shiny too.
Ray looking like a Christmas ornament.
He's a legend. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But isn't it kind of ironic that Logan Paul has gear inspired by the NWO while Rey Mysterio is kind of still affiliated with the LWO?
Right?
And we say kind of because, well, we don't know if it still exists or not.
Right?
It sort of does in AAA because that's where Walking Wild and Cruz del Toro have been working mostly lately, and they still come out wearing LWO gear in their matches.
Yeah, they need to get over still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be the perfect tag team for AJ and Dragon to defend against?
Oh, that'd be a hell of a match, that's for sure.
But Dragon Lee's a member of the LWO.
Let's also not forget the Creed brothers last week definitely put their names in the hat about the tag team division as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we didn't see them in the backstage segments, we saw JD wrestling someone on 2K25. We got
Yep.
JD and Finn are still right there as well.
Yeah, we did see the Creeds last week in that interview where Ivy issued the challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. We saw the Creeds walking Ivy Nile into the building tonight.
And you have to wonder if you're seeing them a little bit more on your TV. This should just mean that their leader, Chad Gable, is just inching closer and closer to a return.
Yeah. I have to admit, I was wondering earlier if we were going to see Chad Gable make an appearance tonight. And Bobby comes in saying he'd like to see more of the Street Profits as well. Yeah, I'm with you, Bobby.
I was going to say Logan Paul asserting his dominance over Ray, but right now that is not the case.
No, and Logan Paul and Ray have a long history. It was against Ray and Dom that Logan Paul made his debut teaming with The Miz.
And it was that United States title Logan Paul took from Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that leads me to wonder now, does Logan have more wins over Ray? I'd have to assume so.
I believe he does.
Nice attempt at a Lions Hall by Logan Paul.
Yeah.
He did not win his debut, did he?
I'm pretty sure they did. That was at WrestleMania, was it not?
It was. No, I believe the Mysterios won that one. And then, no, the Miz and Logan won that one, and then Miz turned on Logan.
Sounds confusing. No wonder why we couldn't remember. But yeah, no, if that's the case, then yeah, definitely I would believe that Logan Paul is probably a win or two up on Ray in their time.
Yeah, but did Logan win the one-on-one? Yeah, that was the match in Saudi Arabia where he won the U.S. title.
Yep. And he did defeat, him and The Miz did defeat the Mysterios at WrestleMania 38.
Yeah, no, he said that.
But then afterwards, that's when they tried to turn Logan Paul into a babyface, and
Yeah.
that kind of fell flat for me.
Okay.
And I say that because I think Logan Paul is just so naturally good at being a heel.
Yeah.
As he is currently sitting on the chest of Rey Mysterio. Very odd.
And Logan Paul there with his best Melina impression.
Logan Paul's doing a lot of showboating in this match, and well,
Yeah.
you and I have talked about like showboating against experienced wrestlers. Ray's also one of those guys you shouldn't really be doing any showboating against.
Not at all. Is Ray now hammering away at Logan Paul on the top rope?
One thing I'm noticing a lot more out of Logan Paul is that he is taking maybe too much time on doing things.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it seems like he is definitely one of those students where he definitely understands what he needs to do better. But he almost plays it a little too safe at times. I would like to see him show just a little bit more desperation and a little bit more aggression when he does offensive moves, opposed to the
Right.
telegraphing that he does, because it's very noticeable, I find.
So do something like that where he just kicked Ray from attempting the 619. Get up and make that seem a little bit more desperate.
Yep. Logan again taking too much time as he's looking for the three amigos.
If I'm the ref, I'm counting. I do not understand why the ref is not counting. Both shoulders are down.
Mm-hmm.
You can count both men's shoulders.
Bobby Stats is asking, what is next for Logan Paul after tonight?
Does he become a match for CM Punk prior to January 5th?
Well, the one thing we never got was that match between the two after Logan Paul sucker punched Punk with the brass knuckles.
Right.
However, it does feel like that has fallen completely flat now. I would almost say, what about a Penta?
Okay.
That all depends on if Penta has been cleared or not.
Yeah.
Well, if he hasn't been cleared now, it's only a matter of time.
No, but I mean, could Logan Paul, could a Bronson Reed become those guys to go out and soften up CM Punk prior to January 5th?
Speak of the
Well, I don't know about that, but CM Punk is out there going to softening them up.
Yes, he is.
The Vision tried to come out, but CM Punk with a steel chair fends off both.
There's that equalizer we thought about, because we're like, if it's just Punk and Ray against them three, who's that third man? I thought LA Knight could come back in, but
Yep.
I'm actually glad that he's still selling what happened to him last week. I think Logan Paul's looking for the brass knucks.
Well, Nux came off of Logan Paul's.
Yes,
fist.
they did.
Rey Mysterio has picked him up,
There's the masked man.
And we see that he is a Caucasian.
Yes.
That is the first time we've seen skin tone.
And
Yeah.
tonight he is not just trying to jump the barricade and get back out of there.
Well, Adam Pearce did tell Paul Heyman that he wants an answer on who this masked man is tonight.
How funny would it be if they're just like, and the masked man is masked man.
The Midnight Rider.
Pulls off the mask to reveal another mask.
Masca.
Why not see him Punk going after Logan Paul? Or both men, maybe.
Masked man is stopped.
That looks like...
Austin Theory.
Oh, wow.
Love it.
With the
At
shaved
first...
head.
Yeah. Oh, now Braun Breakker suffering from behind you, Punk.
Well, Austin Theory gave enough time for Braun Breakker, or AKA the man with the one-digit brain, as Punk said earlier.
Yep.
Enough time to spear him and get that statement as Raw seems to go down and off the airs, as we probably would assume. But the masked man has been unveiled, and it is Austin Theory.
Yes. And he is still just standing there on the stairs. He hasn't come down to celebrate, neither confirm nor deny his alliance with the Vision.
To be fair, where's Bronson Reed too? I'm surprised he isn't out there.
Well, he did get beat up more by a chair.
Yeah, Bronson Reed ate more of the chair than Braun Breakker did.
I guess it does make more sense for Braun Breakker to come out on his own and take out Punk, because I mean, he's Punk's next contender.
Yep.
But that does it for another edition of Monday Night Raw. And wow, what a reveal there.
Yeah.
Now I hope that maybe next week we get an answer from Austin Theory, or do we keep him silent until he's ready to reveal?
I would be good with Silent Theory.
We'll just have to wait and tune in next week to find out, because we can sit here and say what we think or what we would like all we want. The question is, how are they going to explain why Austin Theory became the masked man in the first place?
And on that note, let's give out our socials while we discuss what we thought about the show tonight. Starting with you, Mr. Parrish.
Well, my socials are right there in my name, Linktree, at Chris Parrish. So that's really all you got to know. And where you can find me, clearly on screen, is, well, other than right now, every Sunday, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time, with the Chris Parrish podcast. For the first time, I put my name in the title. Why? Because I am going to predict and give my thoughts on just how 2026 is going to look. That's right. I'm going from all the way from the Royal Rumble all the way to how I think War Games will be. I am going to give a very fun prediction as I perish the thought of what the future will hold.
I absolutely...
All right, over to you, OMD.
I absolutely loved tonight's episode of Raw. For me, I'm going to say this. The match of the night, I got to go with the opener, the Usos and the New Day. Those two teams, just the undeniable chemistry. It's hard to believe it's been almost 5 years since we had seen a match between those two teams. If you are looking for me, it is my Linktree, linktr.ee/OMD show. Where you can find me next is right back here tomorrow night, 8:05 p.m. Eastern, with Mr. Best on Turnbuckle Talk, as we pay homage to John Cena.
And as for me, yeah, tonight was just a bundle of surprises for me. A lot of things that I didn't expect to take place. My match of the night, surprisingly, is actually I'm going to go with Maxine and Ivy Nile, because each week Maxine has just shown to me how much more she's been improving in that ring. So I'm giving her that match of the night for me. Yeah. But if you want to find me at my Linktree, it is simple. It's linktr.ee/Chris_best83. OMD, what are those words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, always remember, the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.